On January 2nd, Olympic silver and bronze track and field medalist Fred Kerley was arrested in Miami. Hi, and welcome to Davis Sports Report. Please hit the like button on your way in. Kerley competed in the Paris Olympics in 2024 and became a brand ambassador for Oakley Shades and Glasses in late 2023. I'm not sure if this will impact his brand deal, but let's take a listen to the Miami News to get details on what happened.
At 5, Olympian arrested track and field star Fred Kerley taken into custody after a confrontation with police on Miami Beach.
And we are now seeing the moment he was taken down by officers, stunned by a taser, and then placed in handcuffs. Local 10's Samir Nefsi joining us live now from Miami Beach with what started the scuffle that's making the rounds on social media. Samir.
Calvin and Nicole, so we can tell you Miami Beach police releasing that body camera footage earlier today, and in it you see this Olympian talking with police officers here on Miami Beach, and officers saying that he was aggressive and resisting arrest, ultimately leading up to that moment when they tase him. Go ahead and take a look. That's the moment an Olympic medalist was tased by Miami Beach officers. Stop! It's sprinter Fred Kerley, who recently took home the bronze during the 2024 Games in Paris and won silver in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. The department releasing this body cam footage from the Thursday night incident in the 100 block of 9th Street. You can see the 29-year-old speaking to officers who allege the athlete approached in an aggressive demeanor over concerns about his vehicle. Kerley, said to have been told to go around, continued to argue with officers. An officer ultimately raising his right arm to create distance when this moment erupts into chaos. Multiple officers eventually get him to the ground. An officer seen hitting the 29-year-old multiple times as he appears to resist arrest, ultimately tasing the Olympian.
Stop! Hey!
Mr. Kerley is present.
Kerley was eventually arrested, appearing in bond court Friday afternoon, charged with battery on an officer, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. All right, and a few notes to take away from that bond court that we'll have more for you coming up at 6. But the judge, Mindy Glazier, who oversees most of the bond cases here in Miami-Dade County, somewhat criticizing the officers involved here in this situation. She definitely had some hesitation with those officers in court, and then also asking the defendant Kerley to stay out of the area, telling him he was going to be released on his own recognizance, but if he was back here and was rearrested, that he would remain in jail until this trial took place. Now, we know he is expected to be released from TGK. There are additional charges from another case from May of last year. More on that coming up at 6, but until then, we're live in Miami Beach. I'm Samir Nefsi.
Olympian Fred Kerley is out of jail this morning after posting his bond. The athlete is charged with battery on an officer and resisting arrest in Miami Beach. But it's the additional charges stemming from an alleged domestic violence incident with his estranged wife from last year that kept him locked up until Saturday night. Kerley and his legal team left the jail with a message. And only on CBS News Miami, we're also now hearing from that estranged wife. CBS News Miami's Nikaya Carrero was at the jail the moment Kerley was released and has the latest.
Two-time Olympian Fred Kerley walked out of the gates here at TGK with his attorneys. They said one statement and took off. Kerley is facing charges in 2 incidents. The first, an arrest caught on camera in Miami Beach. The second, an alleged incident that took place last year involving his wife. I spoke with Angelica Kerley, the estranged wife of Fred Kerley. She tells me that incident that now has the track star facing domestic violence charges was a turning point in her relationship.
When I was watching him go to the Olympics, knowing that what he's done, it's just like nobody really knows who he is.
Team USA track sprinter Fred Kerley was arrested after a confrontation with Miami Beach police officers, all caught on police-worn body camera. Then Friday afternoon, he was also charged with domestic battery with strangulation and strong arm robbery against his wife last May as well.
I remember trying to get up, and he tries to grab my phone again, so I scoot it under me, and he's standing over me at this point behind me, and he takes his arm and he wraps it around my neck, and he proceeds to choke me so hard that I can't gasp for air. And I'm not gonna lie, at some point I thought that he was gonna kill me.
The mother of 3 tells me after he let go, the confrontation continued between the couple in front of his family members and their children.
He took his arm again in front of my daughter, who was at the time 8, and she saw him do this and try to choke me again. And I'm telling you, I mean, get him. I pick up a toy to hit him, to get him off me. And my daughter is literally scratching at his eyes to get him off of me.
She claims she has asked the runner for a divorce on numerous occasions and a fresh start, but she says he won't grant her the divorce. Fred Kerley appeared in bond court on the additional domestic violence charge Saturday. In open court, Angelica Kerley said she had a change of heart despite being brought in by his defense team.
They asked me to be here and speak on his behalf, but I want to proceed with pressing charges on him.
She says the body camera footage from her husband's arrest led her to speak about what she says happened last May.
Seeing the video of this recent incident and how, like, he was aggressive, it kind of made me think, like, he didn't feel any remorse for what he did to me. And I know that I have to think about my children, but he didn't think about his children in that situation.
His attorneys had this to say when Kerley walked out.
It speaks for itself. At this time, we look forward to working with the state attorney's office, helping in their investigation any way we can, and we look forward to getting justice for Fred.
What about the statements about the strangulation, those charges? Are you guys going to ignore those?
No, so we're not going to comment at this time.
While Kerley's attorneys did not answer any questions regarding the domestic violence charges, they did send CBS News Miami a statement earlier today. It reads in part, the allegations are made by a highly motivated and angry woman. The idea that Kerley won't grant a divorce is just as ridiculous as the allegations against Fred. Now, Kerley did not answer any of our questions about either case. The judge did order Kerley a stay-away order from his wife and to have no contact with her. In Northwest Miami-Dade, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
Kerley's alleged girlfriend, DJ Sky High Baby, was also arrested on misdemeanor resisting arrest without violence charges. It seems to me that this incident could have been avoided. The police might have used too much force here. Or maybe this was just Kerley's karma for other allegations. Let me know what you think below. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Eventually get him to the ground. An officer seen hitting the 29-year-old multiple times as he appears to resist arrest, ultimately tasing the Olympian.
Stop!